Hey, uh, as we said, we are going to see the SQL Server installation and the SSMS installation locally. So we have been using Azure Data Studio through the scalable, but then in actual practices, we need some tool that is installed locally. And normally, when it comes to a SQL Server, typically Microsoft SQL Server, then we need these two tools. One is the SQL Server itself, which will manage the data, which will store the data, and the SSMS or SQL Server Management Studio, which will be showing the data in the user readable format in the GUI way. So, which make it very simple and easy to work with the SQL Server. Now, as far as the steps are concerned, we have two parts in this. That is, first is the SQL Server installation. So, maybe we can say that we want to have the SQL Server installer. Now here I'm using Edge, and in case of Edge, it will take me to the Microsoft website wherein we can download the server. Now there are various places from where you can get it downloaded. So let's say wait for some time. It's taking time. Let's see. Oh, let me stop this. I'll go with this, which I can see here, SQL Server Management Studio, through which also we can go. Let's check clicking on this link. Now it is too long. Fine. Now over here, you will find this button that is download SQL Server. So click here and it will take us to the installation page. Today it is taking some time. So let's wait for it. No, it's I guess some issue. No. Okay, fine. So what we'll do is, so that is the links that are the websites which will help us to download the server under the SQL Management Studio or SSMS. Already I have downloaded the thing, so let's go by that way instead of wasting the time. So here you can find in the downloads, we have these two things installed. So first of all, we need to install the server, and here I have downloaded the SQL Server 2022, and it's the Express edition, right? So as far as the editions are concerned, you have developer editions and the Express edition. Typically, I'll prefer to go with this bare minimum, lightweight. You can say that way. And for education purpose, it's enough. So this is the agreement as usual. We'll click on accept, go further. Please check here the path. So this particular SQL Server 2022 will be installed in the C colon program files, another folder named as Microsoft SQL Server. If you want to change it, you can change it, but not required. The other important things that we need to do and that we need to care about is the free space. As we are trying to install in the C drive, so it is checking or it is mandatory to see that whether you have this 604 MB space available, whereas the download size is 278 MB. So if everything is okay, if you're sure with that, then let's go further and install. So let's say it will take some time. Perfect. So it is now installing the SQL Server. Notice again, it is it will take time. So what I'll do is I'll pause maybe the recording and then start. I'm guessing, but okay, it is going further fast. Let's see. The intention behind keeping this recording on is to give you the feel of actual time that it may take, and uh, if there are any errors, so that also I can highlight. Simultaneously, if you see, uh, few of the details are also available on the GitHub at this moment. It is just showing you some sample code repository kept on the GitHub, as well as for the Azure SQL databases, the links. The support team is also working and helping us. If you have any questions, you can go with this link, which is going to help you out with the answers. Perfect. Now, in a way, as it is showing us, SQL Server 2022 is available on the Linux also. So you can install this on the Linux machine if you have. For the sample, the first link as I was sharing earlier, it is for the SQL Server, and then another link provides the Azure databases. So you can use the SQL Server available on the cloud. No need to do anything. So that's here. Our installation is successful. Now please be careful. This particular screen is quite important for us. You can take a screenshot of this, that is required. Maybe if you face any issues, any challenges next in the future, you can go for that, right? Now what it is sharing is, once it install it, the SQL Server, it is showing you the name. So the name of this particular SQL Server is SQL Express because we have downloaded the Express edition. The administrator is nothing but actually the machine or the user. So in my case, it's this one that you can see. The SQL engine, that is, you can say the code which will actually run the SQL Server is there, and the version is 16.0. So this is also we need to remember. Apart from that, the other important uh, you can say the paths are given here. This connection string, not today, maybe we not require as such, but very important for the rest of the purposes as well. Whenever a developer goes and uh, try to connect with the SQL Server, the log files. So if we face any issues, so the log file is maintained and the location of the log file is given here and so on. So this particular screen is very important. As I said, please take a screenshot of it. And thus, the first part is over. We have installed the SQL Server 2022 successfully. Now, what's the next step is? Next step is install the SSMS. And hence I said that we can go with the installation. So if I try to install the SSMS, it will open up the website again, right? From where you can download and you can go with it. Now, as I said, I will not be going to any of the website at this moment. So what we can do is we can close the SQL Server installation right now, and we'll say yes. And once that is done, we will go ahead and we will install this SSMS. So let's go there. We will double click and start installing. You can see the icon here. It is warning us complete something. So go ahead. You can see that in the SSMS Studio 21, precisely 21.6.17, you have these four parts that are there. So if you want, you can select them. So it is saying that there are four additional features that may be there. Like if you want to have the Copilot help, you can have it. If you want to have the business intelligence, code tools, and maybe it is not mandatory. I'm just trying. And the location is this again. It is in under the C colon program files, Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. And you can install. That will take some time because as you can see, after selecting the features, the total package goes around 800 MB. it will download and simultaneously it will install. So out of 179, 20 files of the packages are installed now. So we'll wait for some time. If it is taking too long, I'll pause the recording and then I'll share the final things. So 1% will take some more time in the installation. Okay, so that's done. So we will close this. This is also done successfully. Now let's go. So what we have to do is we have to start in the search bar, go to the search and type SSMS, or you can type SQL Server Management Studio. Here it is available and we can click there. Now this is what it will show. And in here it is asking you to sign in because we have selected few options may be there and hence. But at this moment I'll say skip. I don't want. So we just they have changed the layout and hence they are asking us, right? So earlier I was having the SQL Server installed with the earlier version. It is showing me that these are the two things that are available as the history, or maybe whether you want to go with the next. Now, as you can see, it will show you the server name as the machine name and slash SQL Express. We will always select the Windows authentication, which is easiest one, and we'll check connect and done. So if you are able to do upfill this, that means you are successful. You can expand these databases and you'll see that there are the system databases available. No further databases are there. Uh, our AdventureWorks LT is not the default database that which is available. So what we have to do is we have to uh, go and check with this AdventureWorks database or the sample database. Now let's see whether it is. It's again taking time, so let me see if I have the earlier part of it. So in the C colon under the program files, we have the SQL Server and under that you have MSSQL and the backup, right? So in the backup right now we have this AdventureWorks LT and AdventureWorks. So this is the full database that we have. You can see the size as well. So this is the full AdventureWorks database, which has a lot of schemas and the tables, which are we are not using. We are using the LP. So as far as this earlier part is concerned, it is showing. So let's see if we can see that here. What we'll do is we will go to the databases, right click and say that or the restore database. Let me go with the attach. Mm, okay. Here is the database, and here is from the device. Click here. It's the file. Click on add. Now select this. Back. Will come again. I'll cancel this. I'll cancel this. I'll cancel this as well. So in the databases, you right click. Go to the restore database. The window will pop up for restoring the database. In the source, we have the backup file on the device. So we'll say from the device you select, you click on this three dot button. It will ask you what is the type. So that is the backup file that we have. So we'll say add that file. So right now it has identified it correctly, but in your case, maybe you need to find it out. So if you do remember, our path is under the C drive program file, and in there Microsoft SQL Server. Under that we have this MS SQL Express 16. Under that MS SQL folder, and in that the backup folder, right? So that is what is available here that we need to specify, and that is what is the path. You select whichever you want. So we'll be selecting AdventureWorks LP and click OK. Now we'll click OK, and now it will show you that is the full database backup file. Click OK. Now it says that it failed. Oh, okay. So now it is saying that it is restored, and here it is. So let's see, we can do it. So here is the new query, that is the editor that we will take. And here is the Adventure Works LT database, which is available. And as usual, we know we can expand and you can see the table, which will show us all the similar tables. And we can now say select star from self LT dot front. So the table one. And again, as usual, you select and execute, and it will show you all the details that are there. Perfect. So there are 295 rows. So it is working now. Okay. So that is how we have. The only thing is, it was the error was it was getting conflicted with the earlier version. Somewhere the residue might be remaining. So what I did, I'll repeat. When we tried to restore the database, so it was showing us the error that it couldn't do that. So under here in the options, I just selected this option, that is override the existing database. So whatever is the earlier version, it has wiped it off and it has replaced that, and that's done. Now everything is in place and we are good to write all the queries, right? So this is how you will be doing. Now once it is done, every time you will just search for this SQL Server Management Studio or SSMS, and you are good to go, right? And all the queries that we have seen there, now all the queries that we can solve it here also. So thank you for being patient till now. Try this out and let me know if you can do that. Thanks a lot.